They like among the scorpions, and they don't wanna listen. Wow. Now go back to Revelation 10. I'm getting excited. Now I'm getting excited. Okay, Revelation 10. So that's exactly. Okay, let me just tell you something amazing. Something amazing. I'm going to give you a little bit of an outline of Revelation 10 and 11. Revelation 10, this angel comes, sets the foot on the sea and on the sea and on the land. He has a book, gives the book to eat, but he also says that it will not be held up anymore. No more holding up. No more, no more delayed any longer, or not holding back any longer. And what actually happens after is that he says that the beast from the abyss for 42 weeks is persecuting two witnesses. Persecuting two witnesses. And the witnesses are actually in sackcloth and ashes. They're actually testifying. See, they're now prophesying with the sweetness of the salvation to set the captives free. And are they listening or not? They're not listening. So the experience is a bitter experience. It brings them to death for 1,260, or times and half a time, or 42 months. So I want you to notice something. The angel comes, stands up, has a little book, and then there is a 42 weeks, times and half a time, or 1,260 days period. Did you know that that's exactly the chronology in Daniel 12? In Daniel 12, you actually have Jesus is standing, and if you read it chronologically, it's when Jesus stands. At that time of persecution like never before. He has a book in his hand, and Daniel is being given a period, and that period of time is time and half a time of 42 weeks. It's exactly the same thing that you see in Revelation 10 and 11. Revelation 10 and 11, you actually find it in Daniel 12. But I want to show you something in Daniel 12. Because Revelation 10 and 11, sorry, Denise, yeah, you go.
Before you go on, can I just share something from the
Sure.
SDA commentary, volume 7, page 971?
Okay, yeah, go.
The seven thunders uttered their voices. These relate to future events which will be disclosed in their order in relation to time.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Interesting. The seven thunders are future events that will be in relation to times. Okay. If we won't have time today because I've got a lot to cover. You let me know if you're getting tired. Okay. I've got 2 more hours available today, so you let me know. Okay. So I want you to notice something. This is just a little glimpse. I just gave you an overlap of Daniel 12 that is actually done at Revelation 10 and Revelation 11. The same kind of ingredients. Now notice this. Revelation is the vision. Revelation 10 and 11 is given to John, and John is taken to that place. And in Daniel, Daniel is given the vision and is taken to that place. And notice this. Verse 12, chapter 12, we'll read it very quickly, and verse 1 and onwards, because I just want to mention something here to you. At that time, Michael shall stand up, the great prince who stands watch over the sons of your people, and there shall be a time of trouble, shall never was seen there was a nation, even to that time. And at that time your people shall be delivered, everyone who is found written in the book. So you know why when the book is being unsealed, people are being sealed? Because the unsealing of the book is just revealing the names that are written in the book. And as the names have been revealed, those names have been sealed. Okay. Now, and many of those who sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, some to shame and everlasting contempt. Those who are wise shall shine like the brightness of the firmament, and those who turn many to righteousness like the stars forever and ever. Okay, now that's where where we mentioned before in this study some time before about those stars that fell as figs when the winds came. They were part of that firmament, but they fell down. Now, chapter 4. But you, Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book until the time of the end. Now, it's the same vision, but all of a sudden now John is seeing the book opened. Okay? Because he's looking at it from Revelation time, not from Daniel time. Now notice, many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall increase. Then I, Daniel, look, and there stood two others, one on this riverbank, and the other on that riverbank. Okay, let me just tell you something here. Daniel is looking at two on one side of the riverbank, and he's looking at two on the other side of the riverbank. Okay, who has the same vision? John has the same vision. This is amazing. I wonder if on the other side of the riverbank, one of the two that Daniel saw on the other side was actually John having the vision. Because they've been taken to the same time, the same vision time. And we know that Daniel was with an angel and John was with an angel. And I'm just wondering if on the other side of this vision, which is actually on Revelation 10 and 11, this is just pure speculation. And I'm happy to say that this is pure speculation, but this is just amazing because both are taken to the same place to behold a vision. And Daniel said, I'm on this side, but from the other side, I saw two. And I'm wondering if one of those two was the companion angel and the other was John. From the other side of the period of time, if you know what I mean. Okay, now I want you now to go back. This was just a neat thing, and as you continue, it goes on to what we will read also on Revelation 11, which is that period of time of persecution and witnessing. Now, chapter 11 of Revelation now. He's been told, now go. It's going to be a bitter experience because they will not listen. You will be like scorpions. You have the sweetness of the gospel. Man, how frustrating it is that you have found the cure for all diseases, the cure for all man's humanity, and you want to share it, and they treat you with contempt. They don't want to hear. How frustrated it is. That is frustrating. That is bitter experience. You go there and they spit on your face, they treat you with contempt, etc. It's a very bitter experience. And many of us have actually experienced that already. You know, it's so sweet. The word of the Lord is so sweet in our mouth, and we speak it, and it's totally rejected. Now, notice this. Then I was given a reed like a measuring rod, and the angel stood saying, rise and measure the temple of God, the altar, and those who worship there. But leave out the court which is outside the temple, and do not measure it, for it has been given to the Gentiles, and they will treat the holy city and the food for 42 months, which is the same period of time that Daniel gives us, 1,260 days. But notice, and I will give power to my two witnesses, and they will prophesy 1,260 days clothed in sackcloth. So the same time where they are being, the temple of God has been treat the holy city and the food, and we'll make a comment on that. The two witnesses, the same period of time, they actually prophesying in sackcloth and ashes. Notice who they are. They are the two olive trees and the two lampstands standing before the God of the earth. And if anyone wants to harm them, fire proceeds proceeds from their mouth and devours their enemies. And if anyone wants to harm them, he must be killed in this manner. These have power to shut heaven so that no rain falls on the days of their prophecy, and they have power over waters to turn them to blood and to strike the earth with all plagues as often as they desire. Now, a number of things here. What is the measure of the temple? The measure of the temple that has been measured. I want to hear your comments. What is the measure of the temple that has been measured?